Bonjour tout le monde, donc je vous réinvite à vous rasseoir. Nous allons reprendre les présentations. Et si vous connaissez du monde dans le corridor qui s'intéresse à ce qui s'en vient, ça va être spectaculaire comme tout l'ensemble de la présentation, des autres présentations, bien, allez les chercher tout de suite. So, I won't try to scream it too loud, but Ouchh is the name of the studio based in Istanbul and directed by our next guest, Ferdi Alici. So it's a studio that carved itself a niche in pioneering data-driven art form. So Ferdi Alici leads a multidisciplinary team of engineers, AI experts, architects, artists, and that seek to transform knowledge into poetic public experiences. So they created experiences in over 25 public art projects across all continents. So his subject today is going to talk about first AI art in space. So let's please invite our next guest, Ferdi Alici.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here in Montreal. I am so excited to share our last 15 years journey with you guys. Entire presentation starting with this quote, actually, and this quote exactly describing our vision and mindset. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysteries. It is source of all true art and all science. I am Ferdi. I am driven by a passion to explore where art, science, and technology and human potential. From a young age, I was fascinated by how art can break the boundaries, connecting us to something bigger. And this curiosity led me to AI and data, pushing the limits of artistic expression with multiple universes. Entire story starting with my school. This is Central Istanbul, and so innovative campus. There are multiple fields living in the same habitats, like engineers, computer scientists, designers, communication designers, architects, which is amazing. Let's start with much more formal information about the studio. The Ouchh. We won a couple of awards, like Red Dot Design Award, ADC Award, German Design Award, International Design Award, Asia Design Award from Los Angeles, New York, Germany, Seoul, almost every continent. The last 15 years, we have done work on almost every continent. We created more than 75 art pieces around the world for 75 cities and countries. That was the epic journey, that 15 years. And for the last 15 years, with a team of 45 talented minds, we have worked on over 100 data universes. Creating public art installations is more than 75 art pieces. And we realized that this is a kind of the journey, discovering to the different type of the universes with the data. And these projects merge data and creativity in public spaces, transforming the way we experience art, science, and technology. This is not just about the merging art, science, and technology. It's about the rediscovering our humanity through innovation. And every data point and algorithm brings us closer to understanding the complexity of our existence. We collaborated with the different type of the huge respectful scientific places around the world, like CERN, NASA, SpaceX, SAT Montreal, More Museum Tokyo. And also we collaborated with the festivals around the world, like Coachella Festival, Light Festival, Signal, White Night Melbourne, Barcelona Light Festival. Almost every light festival we collaborated. Actually, we are using the high-level technology, but we are not technology-based studio. We are idea-based. So it means idea always comes first. And we're trying to making happen that idea according to the exist technologies. But generally, technology is not enough to making dreams, right? So we are hacking to the technology for making happen that unique ideas in publicly for create poetic, immersive experiences around the world. We almost use every type of the audiovisual technologies in the world: AR, VR, XR, holograms, LED screens, projectors. But we're trying to increase into our daily life with the art and technology. That's our main purpose. So from the beginning to that presentation, I will try to show the different type of the secret universes around us. We almost integrated more than 100 different data archives during our creative process last 15 years. And somehow we can observe the complexity of the creation inside of our universe. So this is basically Ouchhh, we can say. And the interesting point is right now we are looking to the first artwork on a wall in the history of humanity. It is almost 40,000 years ago. So when I saw that picture, I think about what was the motivation of that caveman. I mean, some people hunting the outside of the cave, but one guy decided to make the paint on the wall. And right now we are talking after the 40,000 years in this room. It's so poetic. And we realized that actually we have the same mindset like that caveman. And then what if I told you that we are on the verge of entering a new area with AI, an area where data becomes the paint and algorithms the brush, allowing us to unlock hidden universes through AI and arts. Just as the first cave artists used the primitive tools to create entire worlds on stone walls, and are we now poised to explore uncharted realms within the and behind ourselves? So this is our last 15 years' main motto: the data as a paint, algorithm as a brush. So it means we have the same mindset like a 500 years ago painters, like a Van Gogh, Leonardo. But right now our tools very different. And we're trying to understand and we're trying to discover the intersection of the multidimensional world as a hybrid environment that redefines the future of arts. But the main question under our entire artistic practice is this one: what does it mean to be an artist in the 21st century with AI and technology? This is a fundamental question. And according to our practices last 15 years, we realized that AI is not a tool, actually. AI is a friend, like a collaborative. And then I'm going to show you a kind of the journey right now between that 100 different data universes. Sometimes we use the data from underground, sometimes human brain, sometimes from space, sometimes from using the art history. Let's start with the first one, the AI data from paints. We collaborate with the Milano city. Under the Milano patronage, we created world first 360 AI data portal in publicly. According to that project, we collected data from more than 342 artists, Italian artists, and more than 20,000 paints. We trained the AI for creating that physical portal. So there are too many challenges, that it's not just about the artistic content side, it's the physical rules, physical challenges with the different type of the audiovisual technologies. And we transformed that monumental installation, heart of the Milan, to a kind of the portal and gate. That gate opened to the history and future in the same time. And according to your position, entire experience is changing. It's one of the crazy, the challenge is the showing transform the huge physical installation as a digital canvas, and the showing to the different type of the possibilities, poetic possibilities inside of that our physical worlds. And we created a different type of the AI creations, AI Leonardo, AI Van Gogh, AI Dali around the world as immersive experiences, and more than 10 million people experienced by tickets. For example, this one is the Australia. What about the nature? This is another data universe from the nature. We really love to make the highlights about our planet problems, but in an artistic way, not the progressive. So let me show you. Right now, for example, you are seeing the last 40 years climate change data about the Beijing city. And this data transformed as a permanent data sculpture publicly in Beijing. So every day for the people, during their daily life, when they went to the buying coffee or the hanging around in publicly, they will see that art piece and they will take the moment, short moment, about our planet problems. So it's so poetic way taking attention. But from the micro scale to the macro scale, also we had a chance to create one of the biggest version of it on Burj Khalifa. We collected data from the Dubai city climate change and transformed as a world's biggest data sculpture publicly. That was the Guinness record breaking art piece. And our inspiration actually coming from the nature, but also we really love to create one of the complex, the creative pipeline with the AI. This one is the very good example for it. We collaborate with the ArtScience Museum for 1 month installation. And you can see the idea was about can city transform as an artist with their own data. That was the challenge. And we focus on the create our own complex experiential creative process. For example, right now you are seeing a kind of the data journey, that data coming from the 20 different NASA satellites in real time inside of our creative pipeline. We are living today kind of the artistic satisfaction when we build to that complexity. So imagine there is the multiple, almost 10 computers running in the same time. And we are getting the data real time from the 20 different satellites, and that data represented our planet environmental data, like oceans, carbon emission, climate change, and all that data going to our softwares, custom softwares. Then after that, there's 3 different setup starting with the multiple softwares and custom AI algorithms made by Python coding, Touch Designer, Unreal Engine, VVV, processing, and all of them running simultaneously and talking each other for the final artwork. So we can say there is 3 different process. The one of them, the data scientific part, the second part is the AI part, and the last part is the data painting part. Of course, its installation became alive. You can experience with your naked eyes. We call it the Mother Earth. The Mother Earth is not just an installation, but also an AI data-driven mirror of the city, and that's created using the data to paint various aspects of life Singapore city. Singapore is the interesting city about the sustainability. They really care about the zero carbon emission, which is the perfect city making art using the climate change data. It was that data such as the air quality, carbon dioxide transmissions and climate change, and last 40 years data from the city became a kind of poetic data sculpture publicly. And our aim is actually the understanding, can we transform invisible universe to visible for public art? So all that, the code numbers became a kind of the poetic experiences. Or another universe from the 2 subatomic particle collide movements. This is a long-term collaboration with the CERN. I am always fascinated about the CERN experiential techniques. They are trying to understand the universe with the scientific experiential techniques. So right now, actually, you are seeing the 2 subatomic particle collide movements from the machine perception. According to the AI algorithm, AI is starting to recreate the 100-dimensional data from the 3-dimensional data. And it's becoming the poetic immersive experiences. Or data from the quantum physics. So the entire data journey starting with the art history, climate change from the space data, and going to the macro space to subatomic particle collide moment, and also alternative universes from the quantum physics. And it was one of the interesting installation, resizable. This one is the White Knight Melbourne version, and more than 650,000 people experienced in just one night. But my other obsessively interesting about archaeology and history. What about the data from undergrounds? So we're starting to do making research and development about the historical data, how we can integrate the historical data inside of the creative pipeline in a meaningful way. And so according to the Jordan, the government invited us for making the installation on the Petra. That was one of my childhood dream, actually. It is so cinematic place. I don't know, did you experience that place? You have to walk between the rocks approximately 20 minutes around in the dark if you want to see that art piece. And we collected data from the Nebatis. Nebatis, diversity was amazing because according to their lifetime, you can see the too many different type of cultures inside of their civilization, like Africans, Egyptian culture, and also Middle East. And it's entire art piece, they're using to do that history. But that was the first time for us, the statement of the art piece, the name of the art piece, content of the art piece, and sound of the art piece, we collaborate with the different type of the AI algorithms. I really hate using the contemporary art. It's actually not the contemporary. It's a kind of the cinematic experiences in publicly. So from the beginning to end, there's a storytelling with the data-driven and AI. And you can see the different type of the metaphorics. It's blending with that three architectural, the surface. So it's not just the screens, that the architectural surface became a canvas in a anamorphic rendering, so which is you can experience the deeply that architectural designs on that surface. After that installations, so we received the invitation from the Grand Egyptian Museum. Right now, this is world's biggest museum, and it's another dream from me, especially for this project. What if the art, as you know, art is making the questions and design solving the problems, right? And we don't have to solve anything as an artist, just taking attention, make the criticism, and put the art piece. But I would like to think about the much more deeply process, more than just the art. Maybe art can be also a tool for scientists. So beginning of the project, that living architectural installation can be also a tool for the archaeologists or scientists. So that's why we're starting to work the long-term project with them that we call the language of the gods. Because according to the German scientists, the hieroglyphs, they called language of the gods. So this is the world's first archaeological database powered by a large language model. When we're starting to the project, there's three different phases. According to that project, we collected the data from the online. We use the spider algorithms, downloading to the scientific books, papers, you know, the pictures, and everything about the Egyptian culture, hieroglyphs, and every research project from the academicians as a data archive. But when we trained the AI, we realized that the AI giving to us so Disney characters, and it's not represent actually the real history. So that's why, by the way, that was the last year we announced that project. And when we showed the output of the artworks, the government side really didn't like it. Because, yes, this I mean, artistic way, and the final output is so nice and looking amazing, but it's not exactly represented to their culture. It's so aestheticized. So right now we are working, starting the very precious data from the archived, and right now the second phase of the artworks is starting. We are working on it, and for the second version of it, imagine you are an archaeologist and you found a couple of stone tablets, and some hieroglyphs disappears because of the time issues, and our AI art piece and large language model can fill it and can show it. This is another possibility also. The AI can find the hiding some enigmas under that 6,000 years time zones, and they can show to the secret relationships between the hieroglyphs, and probably we will find to the new codes and enigmas inside of that data archive, which is never discovering. Entire story, by the way, starting with the scientific paper is changed my life. Our inspiration coming from the science. And for example, this one is one of the biggest inspiration from the Alan Turing. Alan Turing published that paper 1950. And according to that paper, that first sentence says, can machine think? It's timeless, the question. Imagine, according to that time, the computers made by wooden. And you can imagine this is very amazing question. And we ask always we are asking the question, beginning of every project, especially for this one, can we create the super scientist consciousness by using machine learning and AI algorithms? 2018. There is no ChatGPT, there is no Midjourney, nothing. So we created our own Python AI algorithm, and we created a kind of the library from the famous scientist book, like Einstein, Galileo, who is the changed destiny of the world. Right now, this is the very primitive version of the data journey. You can see the RNN table, our AI algorithm reading entire 20 million lines books and rendering new sentences. Then after that, all that sentences going to the animation structure, then after that, going to that 3,500 square meter with the 146 projector. That was the world's biggest AI exhibition in Paris, Atelier de Lumière. We were the first commission artist for that. So the entire art piece looks like hanging around inside of the machine brain. It's just black and white. And before this exhibition, there was a clean. And that was the very contrast. You can experience the future of the art and history of the art in the same canvas. And we became famous suddenly. We featured on newspapers, and everywhere. And you can see the line front of the door every day. 1 million people bought tickets in 9 months, which is huge capital in a short time. But the interesting thing happened after this, the Mission Impossible movie. So director of the Mission Impossible movie, they saw our art piece, and they wanted to integrate our art piece inside of the latest one. The Entity, I don't know, did you watch it? It was the AI character chasing the Tom Cruise during the entire movie. So the first time in Hollywood cinema industry, the AI new media artwork integrated the movie in a meaningful way, the part of the story. And it was amazing experience for me, because I had a chance to work with the more than 200 people production team, like 3 weeks around with the Tom Cruise in London. We built the same immersive experience inside of that place. What about the data from the brain? That is the interesting project for the Saadiyat Culture and District. We collaborated with the opera. So this is the real-time project, and I can tell you, this is not just the data visualization. We are not making data visualization. We are trying to build a kind of the collaboration between the machine brain and human brain in a real time. There's 3 different chapters that we are getting to data from brain in real time, and that data represent the imagination, creativity, deep thinking, deep sleeping, compassion. And you can see the different type of the process, like 3 different process, the basic version of it. That was the production side. You can see actually, according to our idea, what if the people can create their own art with their feelings in real time behind them? And the opera can explain better than me.
Sadia Cultural District
Just 5 minutes.
is a journey into the heart of curiosity and creativity. But what if I told you we're about to see this passion transform into data murals, presenting a rare glimpse into their minds and what moves them?
Yeah, as Rumi said, actually the universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are, Rumi. Right now, we are seeing my talks in real time behind me. And last one, which is our dream project. So according to the entire that AI algorithms, you can create the very fancy visuals right now, right? With a couple of the words prompt. But when we're thinking about can we create an artistic self-portrait of humanity with AI, how machine sees us with the scientific data. So we collected data from the Human Cell Atlas project. That data, 37.2 trillion human cells. 2016, more than 2,000 institutes came together, and their aim was about to create one of the biggest data archives about the human body, and they made it. Thanks for them. And so we created the human cell. We started to create the Human Cell Atlas project with that scientific data, because it's never happened to the feeding to the AI with that kind of the scientific data for making art. So that was the CERN project we installed inside of the CERN during their Sparks event, and right now you are seeing the machine perception for the self-portrait of humanity. Of course, this is the physical version of it, but what if focus on the much more macro universe? We are painting a poetic tale, an artistic self-portrait of humanity, sketched not with the brushes, but with lines of codes and torrents of data. Our canvas, the ambitious Human Cell Atlas project. And according to that project, we realize that there's a kind of the poetic something happening every single moment inside of our body, and you can see that canvas is so amazing, and it's describing the complexity of the creation in the same time. And according to that project, we use the autoconders, PCA analyzers, T-SYN algorithms, diffusions, GAN algorithms, and the custom softwares from our side. But it's never ending. So we recorded the entire art piece on the nanodisk with the nanotechnology in New York. Then after that, we put to that disk one of the SpaceX rockets. Last February, we sent that art piece to the moon. So this is one of my childhood dream, and this is another version of the art piece, the entrance area of the Orlando Space Kennedy Center. And that moment is so unforgettable for me and precious, because something from our side in the space, and that was the first time the AI artwork exhibit surface on the moon. You can see the different type of the documentation about the project, and I would like to show the physical version of the disk. This is not just our art piece, also we put our DNA codes and the protein codes and entire Wikipedia and everything inside of that disk. And this is the documentation from the moon landing. You can see the 1972, this is the first touch to the moon from the humanity, 2024 from our side. And we exhibited the same art piece Cannes Film Festival. That was the first time for the festival, the Cannes Next section invited to the AI New Media Artwork as an official selection inside of their festival. And also we created different type of the form version of the art pieces around the world. This is the London Digital Art Week London. We created immersive version of the Human Cell Atlas project. Actually, I would like to jump to conclusion. So, 40,000 years ago, that caveman, and 2024, us, exactly same mindset, exactly same behavior. We are trying to showing our creation for the next generations in a meaningful way. And this is the moment from the launch. Can I get the sound, please? Thank you so much.